Hey guys, THUNDERSTUD here, and today we are doing Battlewasps. Finally got a copy of Armageddon. Literally all I was waiting on. Konami really made me work for this. I got a pretty good amount of this box now outside of just this one copy, but finally getting to jump into Battlewasps. They're way more fun than I imagined, even if they're not super consistent or super strong. But we got this new boss monster. It's level 12 synchro, but it's Ballista the Armageddon from the Battlewasps. Super vicious. When it's special summon, banish all insect monsters from your graveyard. All monsters your opponent currently controls lose 500 attack and defense for each of the banished insects. So they're going to get to 0 for sure. This card attacks defense position, inflict piercing, devastating. If this synchro summon card in your owner's control is destroyed by an opponent's card, you can special summon 3 of your banished level 11 or lower insect type monsters. So just an absolutely nightmarish boss monster. It has offense and defense through the roof, so the tough part is summoning it, level 12. Generally, I find the way to do it is with 2 level 6s. I think that's how I do it in the replays, and get it off from there. You usually would have to do it with a follow-up. You summon the level 6, and then you're able to follow up with the rapid fire next turn. He normal summons and special summons to level 3. You can bring out your 2, and that's another 6 plus the 6, and then that'll be your 12. Other ways, 8 used to be the big boss. Konami should have just released all Battlewasps at once. It's one of those decks where it could have probably been pretty good if it was just a little earlier. Right now, it's almost just a meme. But we did get a new monster support. So this guy special summons from the graveyard, and he can float if he's attacked, or destroyed, I should say. This guy, if it's normal summon or special summon, you get to add a Battlewasp monster from your deck to your hand. Super useful with Twinbow the attacker, because Twinbow can just special summon outright, but it restricts your extra deck to insects, which we have nothing but. And we got Bullseye, who can also special summon, and it'll do 200 damage for each Bullseye, so it'll do just 200 damage. But you can search it and just hop him out now, so it's pretty good with this. And then you always have your level 5. So it did give us a level 5 synchro. We got Azuzas. It's a tuner, so that's where it gets most special. It is a level 5 tuner, so that gets combos off with more twin bows and things like that. And eventually helps you crawl to your Battlewasp with a level 1 like Bullseye. So it gets a little complicated, but you can get there. And that's essentially the whole extra deck. We do got a Giga Brilliant since it's 2 level 3s, and we can exceed insects even if we special summon Twinbow. This monster is massive. We can get it with Infernity Beetle and like the level 4. So if you say set a Infernity Beetle first turn, then special summon this, you get to see this monster. I think I summoned it in the replays, but I don't get to use its effects to full value. Your opponent can't activate spell or traps when it attacks. Okay, once per turn, you can select a face-up monster your opponent controls, equip it to this card. If this card would be destroyed by battle, destroy the equipped card. You can only have 1 equipped at a time. Super strong monster. Pretty cool. We need this Infernity Beetle just to get it out, though. So it's a little win more. Definitely a follow-up, but cool stuff. I've added tons of text. I'm using the almighty enemy controller. Got hit as collateral damage in the nerfing of Salaman Great, so now it's going to be in the 1 pool with all the extra devastating cards from the 1 pool. So goodbye to Econ. But we also have some back row hate. We have a nice trap card and compulsory evacuation. Now we have good other support for Battlewasp. This is special summon a Battlewasp from your graveyard, then banish this from your graveyard. Can't be destroyed by battle till next turn. And we have Nest, where if a I keep wanting to say battle monster, Battlewasp is targeted for an attack, special summon 1 Battlewasp monster from your hand or deck. If you do place a counter, once you get 2 counters, you're done for. But special summoning from the deck is always super good, especially when Sting the Poison will search even when special summons. So I could see a deck full of just Battlewasp cards. You could probably do that. I just put in like the greatest techs so I could get some wins, but you could definitely run a full just Battlewasp because these are pretty good support cards. So I could see you running a full Battlewasp out deck, but it's not what we did here. Intro's getting a little long, so I'm just gonna do the replays. Very, very fun deck. I didn't expect it to be so fun, but it's actually pretty cool. So hope you guys enjoy, and thanks for watching. Alright, here we are facing a Seto Kaiba. We're going second. This deck does take a bit of setup, so even if I build it as sort of a second turn deck, I'd say it's kind of a first turn deck, because you do need a bit of setup. So here we're starting with a rapid fire, and we have twin bow attack, and we have bullseye. So why am I doing all this? Because we know it's a tiny tuner, so we're going to do a devastating amount of damage. We clear it with the twin bow, attack again with the twin bow because it can attack twice, and with our 1800, and with our 200, he's down to 800. He comes out with the Spirit of White, he banishes our compulsory evacuation, not a problem. Normal summons a Sage, searches another Stone of Ancient, doesn't opt for the Synchro. This is step 1 of his downfall. He's got a card of Consonant. He's going to Sage a Sage. Should have done the Synchro. So he's bringing out the D-Sod Blue Eyes, Acid Trip Blue Eyes. Swings over my poor little Wasp. Twin Bow. Now he thinks he has lethal, swinging into my poor little Bullseye. But don't forget, he hit Compulsory, but that leaves our Nest. He swings at my monster. We can use Nest. We get to bring out Sting the Poison. He's got an effect I didn't mention in the intro. He has so many effects. So not only will he get a search, but he can also tribute a monster, another insect, to negate an effect on the field. Now we target the Spirit of White. He's going to bounce him away. But the big point was tributing the monster so he can't hit us for lethal. And we get the search. That was chaining to ourselves. Very, very strong monster. Konami should have just released it all at once. Look at this. It's like we're doing a duel quiz. So duel quiz, these are your cards. You have 3 blue eyes. He only has 800 life. So we actually have a few ways to finish him off, even if he had more life. So we're going first into the Halberd Charge. Then we got Twin Bow. Or sorry, that's Rapid Fire, bringing out Poison. Poison's getting a search of Twin Bow. But first, we're going to use the level 6 Halberd, the Twin Bow, and the Poison as 6 again. And what is that going to be, guys? It's the Armageddon. Ballista Armageddon. Banish all the insects from your graveyard, and for every insect you do, they lose 500. We bring out the Twin Bow, finish him with the Twin Bow, but look at that. 3 blue eyes, rendered completely powerless to Armageddon. Great, great stuff, guys. Alright, here we are facing a Dark Signer Carly Carmine. We're going second. 22 cards over there, but they usually do a lot of searching and drawing. Passes the first turn to us. We're setting 3 back row and going with a Rapid Fire and an Attacker. We're going to do a massive amount of damage just to punish her for leaving the field. And obviously we don't have a tuner to start our combo, so one of the weak parts of the deck. You don't have many tuners. You kind of need a tuner to get into most of your deck, but you do have some tricks that you'll see here without a tuner. Now we could have stopped Fortune Vision with our Cosmic Cyclone, but we didn't. Check this chain out. We get rid of Twin Bow to try to Econ take. He says, I got a Forbidden Lance. I say, fine. I have an Evacuation Device. He says, make that 2 Forbidden Lance. So, stops our back row. We could have Cosmic Cyclone to stop his search. Little glad I didn't. It will probably work out for a better duel than just completely disrupting his combo. This way you'll get to see at least something a little different. So his combo's gonna go right ahead. Remember, we still have Cosmic Cyclone, so if he does attack us with a Fortune Lady every, we use our Cosmic Cyclone. That's going to be exactly enough for a Destiny draw. He's doing a Dark Signer Synchro. I don't know why on earth that has its own animation for his summon, but it does. He also sets 2 back rows, so maybe it's good we saved that Cosmic Cyclone. Look at that. We get to float out a Sting. We search a Bullseye. Why am I searching a Bullseye? He has no health. Our Bullseye alone can beat him. We get rid of a Book of Moon, which could have stopped Bullseye. What do we get a Destiny draw? Mystical Space Typhoon. We get rid of that other face down. We got nothing to worry about. It's his third Forbidden Lance. How did he have all three? Little Bullseye does his 200 and wins the duel. Great stuff, guys. Alright, here we are going first against a Pegasus. We're gonna stop his rank up. He's mind scanning. I don't know if that means he'll definitely be able to see what we've set. We set a Inferno Beetle. We set a compulsory evacuation. Now, we could have really had some fun if this was any other monster. Such an annoying lock monster. Neither player can special summon. Super annoying. So we're going to compulsory. Any other card, I'd let him come and just destroy the back row. Because we let the Infernity Beetle get destroyed, this guy negates light. We could have let the Infernity Beetle get destroyed. If it was any other monster, that would let me special summon. But he wasn't going to let me special summon. We had to compulse him. Let's say we didn't. Let's say it's a Blue Eyes. He destroys our Infernity Beetle. Rapid Fire would bring the Infernity Beetle right back out. And we'd go into this monster, Underground Arachnid. Then we'd be able to equip that monster and use that monster to avoid destruction. But here this boy's actually going to turn out to be, first we're going to use Sting the Poison to search Twinbo. He's going to be Crawlers, trying to stall us to death, but it's not going to work. We've got the Ghost Bow, Azusa, there's Glyle, Arachnid goes into Receptor. Receptor's going to give him a search of another Glyle. And we have a Cosmic Cyclone, so you know he's full of back row. He sets another back row, we're going to hit it. It was Crawlers, or sorry, World Legacy Pawns, which is Crawlers. Now when we get our Twinbo out, switch over the Galao. Now he's got a 1200 Receptor, we're able to destroy that with the Underground Arachnid. Remember, it's triggering no spell or traps. It's only going to give him a search. He gets a Spine finally. Don't sleep on Twinbo. He gets to attack twice. Quite the little wasp. Very cool stuff, guys. Alright, here we are facing another Yami-Yugi. I think this is just another replay to show you the power of the almighty Econ before it has to go seriously compete with that one pool. And one pool's no joke compared to the two pool now. But collateral damage from those freaking Salamangreat. I don't know why Konami did that. They should have just let Gokis and Code Talkers fight it out as Links and leave Salamangreat out of Duel Links for a while. They could have been a end half of Link. I think that would have been a little better. But here, Almighty Econ, we use our Bullseye to do his 200 damage. So we still an Apprentice Illusion Magician and use her for the Synchro. So she's gone. And now we got Hama. Hama gets hit by a Warning Point. That's super annoying. But we have a Revival Swarm. We're gonna just hit him with this because I don't want to do Destiny Draw. We know that card is a Dark Magician because he searched it and then he didn't like whatever he top decked and scooped. Great stuff, guys. Alright, here we are facing another Yami-Yugi. We're going second. Let's see what this boy's got for us. Only 7 in his extra deck there. We got Poison Sting. We got our Reborn. He's Kwakimiru. We got the almighty Econ. As good as Monster Reborn. As good as a generic search. As good as killer trap cards. It's the almighty Econ, guys. So we got Kwakimiru with a Diamond Core, full set out. He had to go Sandman instead of Wall, though. If he would have gone Wall, we would have been in some trouble, but he didn't. So we're going to go Sting into Twinbo, bring out the Twinbo, bounce on the Twinbo. Or no, sorry, we get rid of the Tuner, get the Maximus, bounce that boy. Now we're gonna revive. We synchro into our Azusa Ghost Bow. We swing with the Maximus, we're gonna stop, we don't want to do Destiny Draw, and we destroy the Maximus in the end phase, so he gets scooped on really easy. So yeah, I didn't expect to have this much fun, but it was super cool. If you don't want to cram it with a bunch of amazing techs, like, what is that? I have 7 killer techs, 8 if you count the Infernity Beetle. You can just fill it up with Battlewasps. Honestly, it could probably still be pretty good, pretty fun deck. Just add more of the spell, add more of the trap, and then fill in the gaps with techs if you need to. It'd still be a pretty fun deck, honestly, as long as you know what you're getting into. It's not meta breaking or anything. It's not that consistent because you don't have that many tuners, so you gotta rely on the trickiness of the deck. But it's still fun. Floating and stuff, all that kind of stuff is pretty cool. So hope you guys enjoy, and thanks